Oh, hey guys. Today we're going to do another review on the Blizzak's WS90s. I'm just leaving my girlfriend's house now, and there's about 7 to 8 inches of snow on the road. And at least, you know what? It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's fresh snow. No one's been driving on it, so we're going to go on it. Well, we did about 8 to 10 inches about a week ago, which you guys did see the review. And the reason why I wanted to do it today is because the type of conditions are different. Even though it's about 8 inches of snow right now, 7 to 8 inches of snow, the snow, it's very grainy. It's almost like that. It's the type of snow that you don't want to be driving in because it causes a lot of accidents. It's more like that sandy, gritty snow because it's very cold. I think with the wind chill in Ottawa right now, I think it's probably about it feels like it's minus 20 something. It's freezing out there. Like, it didn't take long for my hands to get cold, and I was just clearing up my car for me to get onto the road here. You know, so. But now I'm in Gatineau, Quebec. So now we're on a lot of slush, a little bit of ice buildup on the bottom. You remember, like I said, in the slush, these tires are really, really good. You know, even better than the WS80s. You know, it's just like I told you guys in my previous videos, because I think I've done about 3 videos on these tires. It's just in the heavy set snow that it doesn't dominate in, because it's just the you know, like I said, even though they actually added more tread blocks on the tire, they made the tire a little bit harder, you know, so that the tires can last longer. This guy here was in the wrong lane. There was a little bit of sliding, another sliding too. Let's see. And that's one thing I always mention in the other videos too, I think, when you're doing the side lateral turns, the left and right turns with these tires. It's because the compound is a little stiffer, you know. You're gonna slide more when it comes to the left and right turns, you know. And that's the other thing that I don't like either. You know, I mean, I'm used to the way my car drives, so I don't mind giving a little bit gas. But the whole thing is, when there's somebody behind you and they're driving their car, they're gonna back down because they're looking at you driving a Mustang, and then they're seeing you kind of slide around the corners. But to me, I'm used to it. You know, I know how to handle the car when it does that. You know, so it's not a big deal, but you know, it will worry other people, especially if you're driving behind me, is because the tread block is a stiffer tread block. You know, but once, you know, the amazing thing too is in the under braking conditions, it doesn't matter if it's like, you know, ice or slush, you know, or even a snow buildup. The stopping performance is a, you know, about, I would say 25% better, or maybe a little bit less, but it is better than the WS80s. You know, which is a really good thing, which really doesn't make any sense, because when it comes to, you know, picking up in the heavy set snow, it doesn't do very well. But we know why. It's because it's not as sticky. It's not as sticky as a compound as the WS80s, right? See, here we're going downhill. Yeah, I guess the view doesn't really show that we're going downhill, but we're going about at a 20-degree drop, 25-degree drop. I'll slow down just to make sure there's no ice buildup at the bottom here, because last thing you want to do is end up freaking slamming into somebody ahead of you. But going up this hill here, this is going to be a good thing, because look, it's about a good, more than about a 50-degree incline. So we'll give it a little bit of gas. We're going about at 40. Car's getting squirrely, not much, just a little bit. But we're going up the hill pretty good, and this is over 50 degrees. I'm pretty sure you guys can see the incline. A lot of slush, a lot of ice, so it's going up fine with this Mustang. So that was good. I wasn't worried about getting stuck. It's just, you know, I just wanted to see how well it would do it. So that was good. Now we're almost back. It's a very slight, like a 10-15 degree incline. It might look like flat to you guys, but it's actually not. Yeah, and the Gatineau, their roads are horrible. It's like freaking off-roading, you know. They got holes everywhere. It's been like this for over 40 plus years. They just never put money into fixing their roads, these bastards. See, now we're going about a 50-degree drop. There's not a lot of people on the road, as you can see, because we got a really bad storm coming up. Well, today actually, that's why I'm actually heading home early, because I would have stayed at my girlfriend's house for the rest of the day, but I do not want to be welcoming another 12 to plus inches of snow, because we're supposed to, we have like a hazard coming. So that's why I wanted to go home before the roads are gonna get worse down here, because the thing is, when it comes to the bad weather in Quebec, you know, it's what's happening is that it's being sent from the Ottawa side. So, you know, I get all of the bad weather first, and then I send it over the Gatineau side. So that's why I wanted to get home. Yeah, it's getting really squirrely, so I'm gonna switch lanes because we can. And that's what's so frustrating. You know, it shouldn't be doing that. That's what really ticks me off. You know, I've been using the WS90s for over since 2016, so that would be what, 9 years, you know, before I switched over to the WS90s. I never had issues like that, like suffering when it comes to ice and slush grip, you know, with the WS90s. You know, it's just sometimes with conditions like that, you're like wondering, why, how come you're slipping so much, especially on the turns. And then when you're trying to pick up speed, when there's other cars that can pick up the speed better than you, you know, it's kind of disappointing, because, you know, when I first put my money in buying these tires, you know, I was assuming that they were going to be even a better performer than the WS80s. But the thing is, when they test their cars, they're using it on all-wheel drive vehicles, right? You know, I think I saw the test. Yeah, they're all using mid-size and small SUVs on the test, and they're all-wheel drive vehicles. So when you're driving in a front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive vehicle under the test, you're not going to have any issues. You know, where I'm using a rear-wheel drive. It's too bad that you couldn't get a manufacturer that will actually dedicate their tests on building a really good rear-wheel drive car. I mean, rear-wheel drive tire a tire for the rear-wheel drive vehicles. So here, there's just a lot of ice underneath the slush, but the slush is not that melted, because they haven't salted and rocked these areas yet. It's fresh there. So I got a car coming behind me. So what I'll do is, I can see there's a lot of people when you can't. I don't know. If you look to the right side, there's a lot of people not driving in the left or the right side lane. They're actually driving in the middle of the lane, is because it looks like it's the only area that's been salted by the city of Quebec. You know, but I don't want to be driving in two lanes, because I know this lane here, it's actually two lanes, so I'll stay on my left side. But there's a lot of people driving in the middle of the lane, because that's where they get the best traction, right? So, but as you can see, if you look to the left side here at these lights, there's a plow truck there. Yeah, there's not even one car behind us. There's one truck ahead of us that just turned from Rue de Plateau area in Quebec. And we're actually accelerating up about a 35-degree incline. And this plow truck is leaving a small bank of snow in front of us. Okay, well, that's a good test, you know. This is what we want to see, right? So let's go. We're going to pick up some speed. A little bit of wiggle. It's gripping good, though. We went through the little bank. There's only about 2-3 inches. Not a big deal. We got squirrely there. It's just still stupid shit like that really pisses me off. I'm gonna have to cut the video off soon, guys, because I don't have a lot of room on my phone. I forgot to delete a lot of my other videos, so now we're going down about a 45-50 degree drop, or even actually more. We will not try to pick up speed, because I know they have a speed camera at the bottom of this hill here, because they do have a sign somewhere. Then there's another speed camera actually at the top. In Gatineau, they have a shitload of speed cameras. I've actually had many speed fines. That's why you got to be careful. and a lot of their cross lights and stuff, and they hide them very well, because in Ontario you can actually see the speed cameras, or the red light cameras. No, I mean, as you can see, we're picking up speed pretty good, because this car was ahead of us at the lights. You know, we're sticking with them. But the guy behind us, he's actually driving right in the middle of the lane. I'm almost tempted to do the same, but I just don't want to do in case there's like a no cop. We'll switch lanes now, because I'm getting closer to the the Champlain Bridge that brings us to the Ottawa side from Quebec. We're going about 65, 70 kilometers. It's good handling right now. Just very little slush. A lot of ice underneath this slush and frozen ice here. Well, you know what, guys, I really hope that this review helps you guys just a little bit, or so that you guys can decide on the WS90s. And like I said, you know what, if you're driving a rear-wheel drive car, don't buy the WS90s. Please don't, because you don't want to, you know, it's good 75% of the time, but not 100%. You know, like I said, with the WS80s, there's not a day that I would actually even be scared in driving my car. It could be in 10 plus inches of snow if I have to do work, because I use this car for work. So, you know, if I'm one of those Mustang guy drivers that I drive my car all year long. This isn't all year long, you know, it's I drive this all year long. Doesn't matter how bad the weather is. I've been sent to like Cornwall at 5:30 in the morning with the worst snow conditions, worse than what I'm driving right now when I'm doing this review for you guys, to the point where not even a single lane was even cleared up on the highway by their plow trucks. They hadn't even gotten to it, you know. And I was actually passing cars that were front wheel drive and all wheel drive vehicles, because they probably had shitty tires, because I wasn't trying to speed on purpose, you know. I was just driving. I was only going to go about, I think it was about 70 to 80 that day. It took me a lot longer to get there because that's how bad the weather was, you know. But you know what, it got me to Cornwall safely, you know, I think about over 2 hours that morning. You know, no, don't go. It's not a green light yet, idiot. He just friggin' ran a red light. The guy's from Ottawa. Now it's green. Yeah, that guy's probably gonna get a ticket. Yeah, you gotta take it easy around these bends, because I don't want to get squirrely, because there's actually cars now behind me. Now we're going down a drop, and there's a Champlain Bridge ahead of us. And I'm hoping that the light doesn't change, because of course it changes there, and that's what I was hoping. And of course, we got another incline and a lot of slush, a lot of ice. So that's going to show us a good test here. Oh, got a little bit squirrely, guys. And I'm slowing down the cars, you see? That's not good. We're getting up there, but we're going really slow. So the guy, yeah, I'm going to actually have to let the cars go. It's not good. That is embarrassing, and this is what I wanted to show you guys. I wish I had that DJI camera. Now we got the grip, because there's just a little bit of ice and snow contact, and that was embarrassing. So there was 2 cars that had to pass us because I just couldn't get grip. I was getting all squirrely. But you know what, guys? Have a good day. Thanks for watching. I just wish you could have actually seen what I was feeling, because then I would, you know, you would be like frustrated and disappointed in these WS90s. Have a good morning, guys. Cheers. Well, hey guys, well, we're doing another good review on a really shitty snowstorm, and last night, overnight, well, in Gatineau, we got about 8+ inches of snow, and in Ottawa, we probably always get more. I'm actually heading to Ottawa now, but in front of us, there's already an accident on the Ottawa River Parkway heading back to Ottawa. This car, an all-wheel drive vehicle, it looks like a RAV4 or a Lexus, actually spun out. I don't know if I can zoom in and show you guys there. You see that there on the left side? Yeah, he's just doing a... And that's just to show you how bad the weather is. It's really shitty. Yeah, it's really disappointing with these WS90s. You know, I just wanted to start off that because I wish I would have recorded the... when I was going up the Champlain Bridge, because when I was going down a 40, 45, 50 degree drop from the from Rue Almer, the friggin' light went red. So I was literally at the bottom of the 50 degree drop, and I had to accelerate on a 50 degree incline to the bridge because it was just full of ice and slush, and I was getting all squirrely. It's the first time that my car did that bad in that type of condition, because I've been in that type of condition, the exact same condition, even worse with the WS80s, and very little slippage, or look, I didn't even get that squirrely. And of course, another car got into an accident, so now he's got to reverse, and there's a shitload of cars in front of him. It looks like an older Mazda 3. He's actually driving reversed, because we actually have, well, in the beginning of this, you saw another car that spun out too, and this guy here, I don't know why he's not spinning around. What an idiot. But what the hell is he doing? I think you can see that. I'm gonna show you guys. Now he's going in the incoming lane here, this Mazda 3 here. I guess he just... I'm not sure what's going on, but why are we... It seems like everybody's turning... I don't get this. It doesn't say that the road is closed, but everybody is turning around. I guess there's just a lot of people that are afraid to hit. I don't know. I don't get what's going on. This guy here is turning around. We're not going to do that because there's a truck that went straight, another Ontario plate that went straight. We're going straight. We're going to deal with this damn weather, guys, you know. So, hey, back on the review here. Yeah, so, I mean, just to get back to the weather, I think Ottawa's probably going to get another 12+ inches of snow today. That's just one of the road trucks, so I guess there must be some bad weather coming up. But to show you what's on the road here, it's just freezing ice with compacted snow and a very light layer of slush, not much slush at all. So the traction with these WS90 in that condition is really good. That's not an issue, you know. But with that going up the hill, a 50 degree incline, pick up from the drop at the bottom, when I had to go up the Champlain Bridge, I got squirrely. 2 cars had to pass me because they didn't want to deal with waiting for me to pick up or to get traction. So they're all-wheel drive vehicles, and they just passed me with ease. You know, one was I think it was a RAV4, and you know, but it was embarrassing. That was actually the first time this year that I've actually had to have people pass me because I was going that slow. That's how bad it was with these WS90s. Yeah, and I never had that problem at all with the WS80s. Didn't matter what condition it was, I was still doing good when it comes to traction and stuff like that. We'll just take it a little bit easy around this bend here. Just turning into a single lane. And I won't make this review too long because I don't know how long I have I don't have much room on my phone as for the space to make the video. So this is supposed to be a 2-lane, and he's gonna jump over to the right side too. Especially, you know, when you're driving in roads that bend like this, you don't want to be going too fast, because if you end up slipping out, you're gonna spin out. You know, I see a lot of videos on, especially with a lot of cars spinning out even on the highway and stuff if they go too fast or they switch lanes. What the hell are you doing, buddy? It's 2 lanes. Idiot. God. Yeah, so we're going about 65 kilometers here. I won't go faster than that because these are winding roads, and you guys know when you're driving on winding roads with ice, you know, with freezing ice and a lot of compacted snow on top, you can easily go out of control. So what we will do is we will, yeah, I'll stay on the left side. I was gonna try to stay in the middle, but the middle is not good because there's a. So we'll go into the middle here. We'll switch over to the middle here. I don't know if the camera picked up. There was actually like a lot of snow scraping underneath my car. I don't know if you guys heard that, because I can hear that myself. What I'll do is I'll amplify the audio on this video another up to 200% to see if you guys can pick that up. But it's very deep snow still. There's some areas here you don't see. It doesn't look deep, but it's just when you're driving on the snow, it's a good 3 to 4 inches. So we're going about close to 70 kilometers. This is a wide bend here. You know, there's an all-wheel drive car, SUV, that's behind us, and he's not catching up to us. So we're going at a good pace there. More scrape. I don't know if you guys heard that. Yeah, so we're scraping. And my car hasn't been dropped, so we should have at least a good 6 inches clearance, right? So that just to show you. So I'm scraping underneath. And I'll tell you, if you guys, just in case if the camera doesn't pick it up, I will tell you when we're scraping. Then at least you know that I'm actually underneath 6 inches of snow going about 70 kilometers. So now we're going up a 35-40 degree incline here, up to Carling Avenue. Yeah, the city needs to do their work. These bastards, they don't, you know, they always tend to wait, you know, like in the evening to plow the back streets, you know, like it's just. And you don't even see them on the roads that much, even in the daytime. Because I do a lot of work, a lot of road work, you know, like on-site work sometimes. But we're gonna let it get squirrely. It's okay. This is a wide lane. There's no cameras in Ottawa when it comes to. They don't have a lot of speeding cameras like in the main roads like Carling and stuff like that. So I don't have to worry about it. And usually when there are red light cameras or speeding cameras, they'll actually post at the signs to give you a warning that you are approaching a red light camera or a speeding zone. Yeah, so, but you know what, guys? I know I'm going to run out of space very soon, but, you know, thanks for watching. Get the WS80s or get the Nokian Hakkapeliitta, you know, R5s or the R10s if you want to get good tires. I cannot recommend the WS90s for the rear-wheel drive cars. I could only recommend them for the all-wheel drive or the front-wheel drive. Then you guys won't have an issue because you have the weight and the beauty of the all-wheel drive to give you guys traction. But on the all-wheel drive cars, don't go with the WS90s. Please don't. If you don't get a lot of snow in where you live, then yeah, go for that. But I live in Ottawa, you know, so you see how fast that Toyota RAV4 just picked up? And plus, he's actually in a better lane too. That lane there is actually much clearer, is more compact. I have loose snow. This is a red light camera. My son got one. It was it $300 and something because he was driving my car, burning a baseline at Maryville, burning the light there because it sends you a photo of when you were caught in their zone, right? You know, so it was $300 something bucks. I remember. I think it was $360 for a red light camera. So have a good day, guys. You know what? Have a good long weekend. Well, you guys don't have a long weekend today, but we do. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Oh, hey, guys. We're going to do another review on the WS90s. Today, we're probably going to get another 12 inches plus of snow. We've already gotten over 8 inches since last night, 8 or more. As you can see, the roads are really shitty. But I'm doing this reviews for you guys to let you guys know how decent the WS90s are. Not the greatest in this type of compact snow. Here, I'll actually go take a right here. I'm actually just heading off the Canadian Tire because I want to get some better wipers, you know. know that there's a speed bump coming up here somewhere. It's just so hard to see because we actually have so much snow that it's covering them. Okay, so this is right here. You see, go up and down. You know, I always try to give you guys a good comparison. You know, a very unbiased comparison because I've been using the WS80s for over 9 years. So this is the first year I actually have the WS90s. And oh God, I wish you guys can see. This is, if you look at the snow probably to the right or left side of us, there's at least a good 14 plus inches of snow. So, but what we're driving on now is about 8 inches of snow, which is fine. I'll pick up a little bit more speed here. And what I'll do is I have 2 videos that I've actually patched in. So what you'll see is you'll see the first video upload. Oh shit, we actually got stuck. Okay, so we're gonna reverse, get back our traction. Yeah. This is so deep. So we're gonna try to get back into where we came from because I know we can do that. This is so disappointing. We can do it. It was so hard to see because that's how deep it is. There's at least a good 12 plus inches of snow, which the other WS80s would have gotten us through fine. I'm just gonna have to go very slowly, guys. This is, you're gonna see a challenge of me getting back out of this 12 inches here. That sucks. Okay, so I'm gonna have to stop it for a quick second. I gotta actually get some snow out, guys.